Star Wars Jedi Survivor is inching ever closer to the launch of what has become one of our most anticipated new games for 2023 since it was initially revealed in 2022. While EA announced a delay that pushed the release day back by a matter of a few weeks, we've gleaned some of more details about what is shaping up to be one of the most exciting upcoming Star Wars games. Recent news shed the light on the fact that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is said to feature a God of War style AI companions, and the director of the game has also expressed a hope for a third game. In the lead up to the game's launch, a prequel novel called Star Wars Jedi Battle Scars has also been released. With the expanded scope of the sequel and the conclusion of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, we can hardly wait to discover everything that's in store. Now we're going to move. Now, Star Wars Jedi Survivor's new release date is April 28 of 2023. The action-adventure was originally set to launch on the March of 17, although Respawn announced that it needed additional 6 weeks in order for the team to hit the Respawn quality bar, provide the team that they need, and achieve the level of polish our fans deserve. I definitely think this was a reason because of Hogwarts Legacy and other games that have released around February, March, just to give that a little bit of ground in April so that can be the #1 game for them so they can get a lot more revenue coming through. Now, Jedi Survivor has been confirmed that it is only going to be released on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X in 2023. Game director says that the next gen of features such as real-time race tracing is allowing Respawn to work. The decision to drop support for PS4 and Xbox One will allow Respawn to reduce load screens and times and invest in DualSense haptic feedback support on PS5. For Respawn to not support old gen consoles, I think is a load of rubbish. I think it's really bad on their behalf because a lot of people can't get their hands on a next gen console because one, they either sell out a lot, two, they're very expensive, or three, they're just not selling them anywhere in their location. I think it's very soft, and I think maybe next year they should be having all games on next gen. But I definitely agree though with having more next gen focus. But the thing is, I think with how unlucky people have been with and how the sales have been of the consoles, I think they need to focus on old gen as well to support them. Now for this Star Wars Jedi Survivor story. Now, for the story that will pick up 5 years after the events of Jedi Fallen Order, which concluded with Cal Kestis sacrificing the chance to rebuild the Jedi Order to keep Force-sensitive children safe from the Empire. We're expecting a darker tone to this sequel as Cal is pushed into an increasingly desperate fight as the galaxy descends further into darkness. As one of the last remaining Jedi Knights in the galaxy, Star Wars Jedi Survivor will explore how far Cal is willing to go to protect himself, his crew, and the legacy of the Jedi Order as the dark times close in around him. Now, this is definitely, I think, going to link in with some characters. Now, we know this is about the time of Obi-Wan Kenobi series, so I think we're definitely going to see some linkage with some characters that we have seen before. I think, with the Darth Vader coming in, I would assume that he might come back in again and we'll first him. I don't know if we're going to survive that one, though. We might be held, as a hostage. I'm not sure. Don't hold me on that, but we could see. Maybe we might see that. A setting that we did briefly just go over, but I wanted to just fine up on exactly what I mean. So there may be a very good reason for Respawn basing the likeness of Cal Kestis so accurately an actor of Cameron Mahagagan. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is set to take place during a pivotal period on Star Wars timeline, with its events falling during the same point in time as the Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus shows. Rumors have been circulating for weeks that Mahagagan's Kestis is set to appear in Obi-Wan if there is a season 2, which was further fueled by Ewan McGregor citing the need for his Disney Plus show to match up with events and laws from the video games. Given the prominence of the Inquisitors in the Star Wars Jedi games, and with Obi-Wan coming into contact with surviving Jedi during the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, some degree of crossover seems plausible, which I think will definitely happen eventually. I don't know if it's going to happen very soon, but I think, he will show up eventually. I think that since the rumors are circling around, I don't think Disney are going to say no to that. I think Disney, with any rumors that they kind of leak a little bit, they always are true. So I definitely think that we're going to see, Cameron in a live action show, which would be great, which would be great. But I'm all here about the game, to be honest. If he's not in the live action, I don't really care. but I just really like that, you know, we'll get to play a game and get to do something different. Now for the Star Wars Jedi Survivor gameplay. Now this gameplay will expand upon the challenging action RPG combat of its last game. Game director Stig confirms that Respawn is leveraging advanced technology of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X to create more dynamic Jedi combat, adding that Jedi Survivor explained on the series. Dynamic combat in new and innovative ways. In order to survive, Cal must learn new skills and grow his connection with the Force. Now we did know that from the first game, his connection with the Force wasn't as strong as a lot of other Jedis. That's why he might have found that he was very, very weak coming into it. We're going to be learning a lot more new abilities, which I think, you know, potentially can be OP for the game. I don't exactly know what he really needs to learn, because I think they're just going to make up a lot of the new abilities that we don't see as, you know, a progressive Jedi, like someone that is not a Padawan anymore, that is more of a Jedi, nearly almost like a Jedi Master himself, because he is one of the only last surviving Jedis in the galaxy. But with all that, that means we'll see the introduction of new Force abilities and new lightsaber fighting styles, as well as the ability to use a blaster. Respawn has also promised that Star Wars Jedi Survivor will feature an expanded range of enemies, and that we'll need to utilize our training to overcome opponents and solve mysteries contained on both new planets and familiar frontiers in the Star Wars galaxy. Definitely expect to see new skills, equipment, and abilities to augment Cal's range of fighting style and traversal options. The studio has also teased that there will be larger areas to explore and more opportunity to find rewards across the new environments. Definitely, I think with this game, since a blaster is coming into the game, I think what's going to be happening is that there's going to be certain enemies that you can only use a blaster or a saber. Now, this is going to be interesting because, well, to be honest, it would not make sense if we can only use a saber, because saber can go through anything. I think they're going to be a lot more challenging. They've definitely confirmed that there's going to be more range of enemies that are going to be bigger. So once you're going to go into enemy territory, there's going to be a lot more. So we're going to have to be dealing with a lot more bigger combats. And the bosses are even better and stronger. So this is going to be very difficult and interesting for us. But I hope you guys are looking forward to the Star Wars Jedi Survivor release date. I'm looking forward to playing it. I can't wait to stream it on the 28th of April. It's going to be an absolute banger. Going to try and bang out probably the game on the weekend, which should be really good. In just a few days, or 2 or 3 days, I think I can finish the game in. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that good jazz. And I'll see you in the next one. As always, may the Force be with you always.